You can hear the roars in the distance of another, maybe another creature. Oh man, that's one of my favorite moments. Holy crap. It's hard not to feel fear. Yeah, what does right? Might be more than one Trico. Okay, so this part of the game entirely is probably something that's gonna be pretty blurry to me. Oh, by the way, welcome back to The Last Guardian. But ultimately, I think that it's one of my more favorite parts of this game, if I remember correctly. I did say in the last one I was having difficulties with this part in general, for a lot of weirder reasons than I would usually have in games like this, in puzzle games. It was my own stupidity that really led to my problems with this, with the upcoming parts of this game. Not this part in general, but oh yeah, there's the eye thing we have to get out of there. I think we have to go down his tail. I talked about in the last one how like a person can totally change the perception of a video game and how good the video game is, just on their own personal talents and personal intuition as a person who plays video games. A person who gives up very easily on video games and decides I'm just not going to play it after a couple of hard parts, they're the people that will probably call a game bad sooner rather than later when they're playing it. There's also other people that play video games who like difficulty and probably will stick it out, and they might have a better impression of the game. You know, I have a problem usually where I'm always like, man, this puzzle is like way too hard. Like this is like, you know, it only happened once in this game. It happened literally once in this game, and then it was like, oh wait, that's common knowledge, Calvin. And it was at that point where I was like, man, this is actually irritating. And you feel more stupid afterwards when you realize, oh shit, that actually is really, really obvious. The irritation now just makes you feel stupid. I'm not saying if you quit The Last Guardian, you're not a good video game player, because that's just, you know, people don't quit just because of rage. Some people quit because they don't like the game in general. That just happens. That happens with video games. If you don't like a video game, believe it or not, like I honestly think that if you don't like a video game, sticking it out is probably one of the worst things you could do. I honestly, like, it took me a while to figure it out myself, the whole, if I don't like a video game, I'm just not gonna play it. I feel like a lot of people will, including myself up until like a couple of, like 3 weeks ago, like play a video game. Oh shit, are we doing this right? Yeah, we are. Play a video game until it's finished, even if they don't like the game. Say if they like the game for the first 30 hours, then afterwards they're just like, oh, I just can't play this game anymore. Never feel bad for quitting a video game, you know? You know? I shouldn't say never feel bad, because if you rage quit a game because it's like it's being fair, if it's being unfair, then by all means rage quit a game. But if it's being fair and you rage quit a game, maybe you should change the way you think about a video game. That's like the first hostile thing I've ever said, and it's not even hostile, so drink it in, guys. We're gonna keep this to jolly intentions. Oh man. There we go. We have it. My first moment actually when that happened, when I was playing this on the original playthrough, was actually I think my thought was, oh, should I have brought Trico along here? Is that the actual problem here? I should have brought Trico with me. Like, no, he grabs onto the rope. I thought that like if you brought Trico along somehow, it would have been way easier. This whole game just makes me so happy. But yeah, just to elaborate on what I said when I was saying, I found out, like, when I decided that I'm not gonna play every single game to finish just because I bought them. There was a certain game, you know, a while back that I played. Not a while back, about 2 months or a month, or I forget, it was like a month and a half ago or something. I played like a good 40 hours of it, and I think there was like only like, in terms of time, like 30 hours left or something like that. I'm not sure, I can't be entirely sure. Everyone plays a game differently. Some people's playthroughs of games can be way longer. Some people's playthroughs can be way shorter. But I got to a certain point where I was like, man, I was having fun for the longest time. But for the past like 4 hours of this game, I just have not been having fun. And to me, like, a lot of people might say, well, that's 4 hours out of 40, but like 4 hours is a long time. Not a long time, but it's a lot of time to like allocate out of your day. You know what I mean? if you don't like a game, or if you're not liking a game at the moment, you know, take that 4 hours that you didn't really like and think about it. Like, what could have you done in that time? You could have watched like, I don't know how many half-an-hour TV shows. You could have watched, like, if you're watching on like Crunchyroll, you could have watched like I don't know how many, like 12 anime episodes, if you don't include those intros and those outros. You could have done that. Really, you know, you could have done a lot of that stuff. This is me, by the way. This is me lecturing people on how to play games. You can play games in any way you want to. Like, it's not a lecture on how to play games. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how I play games now. Like, and oh god! Trico, you better fucking catch me, buddy. Whether that's the way you play games or not anymore is it's kind of irrelevant. But I like the way that as people who play video games, we continually change the way we play video games. Which is something that, like, you know, people like us who play video games, we're constantly kind of picked as the people who don't really have that many brain cells, or maybe we're just not the smartest people. Can I catch on to this if I drop? Let's hope so. Maybe not the smartest people in the world. Maybe we where'd she go? Yeah, Trico! Oh my god, buddy boy. Oh, I think I just jumped down and fell the first time. I think it's just because I was close to his mouth. We did a good job together, Trico. We have to head up now. But I think as people who play video games, we not to pat all ourselves on the back and sound pretentious, but we're very versatile in the way we play games. We play different games. We're open to different ideas of video games, where we experience probably more characters in terms of story writing than most other people would just normally not playing video games, and that's something that we can say, you know, that is ours. Like just think about this, the past year this went by, 2016. How many video games did you play that had main characters in it, that, or had even side characters in it, that had Trico in it, that ultimately you enjoyed a lot, and you got to experience those characters. You got to see them change through the course of a video game. You got to see a conclusion. A lot of people don't get to see that, but we do. Is there another eye? Oh, there is another eye there. That's fine, Trico. I'll be back. I sound so pretentious here. Video gamers are just so smart. You know, we're the smartest guys in the world as video gamers, you know? People take us for granted sometimes. We are gonna rule the world. Sometimes I feel like we are just too smart. When in reality, all I'm saying is that I think in terms of our world right now, video games, I'm really happy with like yeah, there's a lot of shitty people in this community. Like, we can't say that like in the video game community as a whole, there's not like just all nice people. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I can go through here. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, we're all not stupid. Not everybody is just a really nice person and a really versatile person, or a person who can change your opinion. Some people play the same game over and over again, and that's fine as well. You can do that. But there's also people who play the same game over again, but will not accept anyone else's opinion on the matter. Wait, why did I go here? Was I supposed to go here? Wait, where was I supposed to go again? I'm actually confused. Like, I'm not doing this just to like delay the gameplay. I'm getting some good views on this, guys. I'm gonna delay the gameplay a little bit. No, I'm actually just trying to see where exactly I was. So yeah, I came up here. Whereabouts is this eye that he wants me to stop? It's over here, is it? No, it's up here. Oh, I see it. Jesus Christ, how could I not see that? I didn't see that at all. That was very stupid of me. It was right there. In the spirit of, if you're watching right now, A question I could ask everybody is what type of, like, what is one game you play? What is two games that you play that are so far on the spectrum? Like, two games that you love that are so far against each other, you know? Two games that you really enjoy playing that are just so... Is this where we have to go? I don't think this is it. But I want to walk here anyway. Get a better vantage point where I'm going. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. Oh, here we are. Jesus Christ. It was right there. People are probably screaming at me. Again, this part is very blurry to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it didn't take that long the first time, maybe? It's actually so fucking tense. Can you catch me, Trico? Can you catch me? Catch me! Catch me, Trico! Catch me! Yes! You beautiful boy, Trico. You beautiful boy. Oh, Trico! Oh, forgot the tail, forgot the tail. I forgot about the tail. How am I forgetting this? It has been a long time since I finished the game, actually. It's been about a month. Oh, I love this game so much. I love this game entirely too much. Okay. Thanks so much, Trico. Are we gonna head up now? Do you wanna head up further? But yeah, I'm trying to think of two games that I played completely on the opposite sides of the spectrum. I guess, like, you could say, I guess you could say I play, like, fighting games and, like, some fighting. I'm not, like, not pro in any way, shape, or form. I play, like, co-op and story modes. That's what I do. Like, I play with my friends and I play story mode versions. Trico's looking for something. Like, I'm a really big fan of Tekken. Like, I love the Tekken series. I love the Dead or Alive series. But I also play, like, games like this, like puzzle games that aren't too difficult for me. I play Persona 4. I also play Destiny a lot of times. So yeah, if you want, you can tell me games that you play that are so far on the opposite side of the spectrum. I think that'd be really fun, actually. I think Trico will do this manually, actually. I hope that it doesn't sound like I've been trying to go up my own arse for this whole episode, or go up all of your guys' arses for the episode. I just wanted to talk about that in general for a bit. I feel like it's better if I have a topic to talk about why we're doing stuff like this. You know, because it makes... I feel like it makes, like, my favorite things to watch are always stuff that, you know, doesn't entirely always just talk about the video game at hand. Also, paying attention to the video game is good, like, you know, like, you know, it's a mixture of both, you know. It's a mixture. It's a mixture. Like, my favorite YouTube channel in terms of, like, just video game, like, playing is Easy Allies Plays, and they'll have like a 2-hour gameplay video, but like they'll talk about their, like, they'll talk about what happened in the past week. They'll be like, I went to like Fatburger and I got this and that and that, and the other person's like, oh man, really? And like, I find that more interesting than the game sometimes. Oh, we have another eye puzzle coming up. Let's go, Trico. If you notice, Trico's horns are actually getting a lot bigger as well. Man. This is, to talk about this scene in general here. Like, I'm still so fucking amazed that, like... Wait, did we just completely bypass an eye puzzle? Or, oh, is it around here? Oh, it's on the other side. I think we can do this, Trico. I think we can do this. Oh, no. So beautiful. Oh man, this fucking game. Yeah, so that's kind of the big reveal that like it wasn't just a shadow you saw. There is like a second Trico. Or like at least like that's what you're supposed to think. Like there's not only one Trico. There is yet another Trico. And he's for the dark side. If you can say that, you know?